Anthony Hartwig here. We're back in Middle Ridge. We have another senior player profile on the softball team for you. It is Megan Haynie, the senior, the slapper, the speedster. We got her on. And Megan, thank you so much for coming on talking to us.
Of course.
So, Megan, let's talk about your senior year. You know, you're going into your last season at Middle Ridge. What's it been like dealing with the emotions that kind of come with senior year, knowing that it's the last time?
It's like it's a lot. It's really sad, especially because I've been playing with my senior girls my whole life, and obviously Joe, he's been my coach since T-ball, so it's really emotional, like having a connection with the coaches too. But I really love our team this year. We all have great chemistry, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, we've already talked to several of your senior teammates, and they've all talked about how much you've bonded over the years of playing together. What's it like to have one more year with these girls that are seniors and to play one more year with them?
Um, we all like to hang out after practice too, and like after games, and we're just so tight knit. So it's like emotional on and off because we're all talking about college now, and it's getting emotional because it's getting real that it's like toward the end because senior night's coming up.
The other thing we talked to the seniors about is how they wanted to kind of go out on top. A lot of people inside and outside the program think you're legitimate contenders for the MVAC championship this year. What would it mean to you personally to be able to kind of hold that trophy at the end of the year and know that you're MVAC champs?
It would be a great feeling because we've been striving to put a number up on the board in the gym, and we
Mhm.
haven't done that for a very very long time. And being with that team my senior year, it would just mean the world.
That's got to be a motivation to work hard. But what else kind of motivates you? What else keeps you driven to practice hard, to work hard on the days where I'm sure maybe you don't feel like it, maybe you had a bad day, whatever it may be. What keeps you driven?
I just always like think that I just want to make it. The coaches say like one step further, and I just want to meet their expectations because I know they expect a lot out of this team. So I just want to get that one step further and win districts.
With the great seniors this team already has, it's all also loaded with some young talent. Talk about what it's like to be a leader to these young players and to try to guide them along their journey as you had leaders, I'm sure, that did for you.
Yeah, I feel a sense of leadership a lot this year. I've really tried to take, like, especially our little Gianna Fisher. She's coming up as a slapper, and me and Sydney have been coaching her this year a lot when we do our hitting drills. So that feels like a lot of responsibility on me, but I think I take a pretty good role. So, yeah.
Who were some people that taught you how to be a leader when you were coming in and showed you what it meant to be a role model?
Um, Big role model to me was Aaliyah Whitaker. That was my freshman year, so that was a long time ago. And then Aaliyah Wall last year, our senior.
You're a slapper. We already said it. It's a art form. I love slappers. Talk about kind of the journey of being a slapper and how much you've worked at it and what you love so much about being in that role.
Well, my sophomore year, I wasn't the best batter right-handed. I think I had the lowest batting average, but I switched lefty, and I love being able to place the ball. Even like I'm not as concerned with being safe as much as obviously I try to hustle or whatever, but I'm more concerned on getting my base runners further for our team to score just to get us ahead.
So you were someone that actually flipped from righty to lefty. Talk about that transition. Was it like were you a natural ambidextrous, or did you have to train yourself how to bat from the left side?
Um, Honestly, it kind of did come pretty natural. I It took a minute to like get used to it, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun at
People
first. I
out there are
started,
so jealous,
but
man. You could do that naturally. Um, what was the toughest part about the slapping art form to kind of get down? Was it the footwork that gave you trouble? Was it the timing of the bat? What was the thing that gave you the most trouble learning it?
um, I got the footwork pretty quick. It was just like hands to the ball, I would say,
Mhm.
and like keeping my hands in and my head at the ball all at the same time. Just trying to focus on keeping my feet right too, because it's just completely opposite.
I was just waiting for you to say, "Well, it all came natural." So just to throw that in there, Megan, obviously because you're a slapper, you are so quick. What are some things that you try to do to keep that speed and agility? Do you do some training, some drills to try to keep those feet moving?
um, I my biggest thing is just like try not to watch where the ball goes, like because that always slows people down. If you like hit it and look, you're gonna slow yourself down no matter what, even if you think you're not. So I just head down, get to the bag. Like that's my main focus. Get to the bag.
We're talking about your offense. You're also patrol things in the outfield with a great outfield for Middle Ridge. Talk about what it's like to be out there on defense and to be able to kind of have a no fly zone in right field.
Well, I just know like no matter what, whoever it comes to, I trust our outfield no matter what, and we've been with each other for a while, and we're really good at communicating. So we just talk to each other, and I know someone's gonna get the ball no matter what. So
How much pride do you take in your defense? Like, how much work do you put into making sure you're the best outfielder you can be?
I really do anything I can in practice to try to be the best I can. Like
Mm.
in practice, I'm gonna dive for a ball. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there.
We're talking about the end of your softball journey at Middle Ridge, but let's talk about the beginning. When did you kind of pick up the sport? What are your first memories with softball?
Um, I picked up the sport when I was 5. Like I've been playing t-ball. The only year off was like COVID year, like that era. Um, but my best memories are when I was really struggling. I kept getting hit by pitches when I was like 12, I think. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't even go up to bat anymore because I was so stressed out about getting hit. But then our one coach let us all get ice cream after the game after I got hit a bunch of times. So
Ice cream makes everything better, right?
exactly.
You talked about it. Coach Joe Marilillo has been coaching you for a while. Talk about the
Mm-hmm.
bond between you two and what makes him such a good coach for you and what he's taught you about not just softball, I'm sure, but about life as well.
Well, I've always been really good friends with Lily, so I was over there a lot, and I for a while I wasn't sure about if I was gonna play softball like in high school, but he really got me back into it and like really motivated me to keep going and keep playing. So I always felt like he cares about you more than just the sport. He really cares about you too.
Way to be a recruiter, Joe. Good job. Way to get her on the team. I'm glad you did. But we're not going to leave Coach Sandy out. Don't worry, Will. We got you. Talk about what he brings and what he's taught you as far as the co-head coaches go.
I a lot of people like might think they're mean when they yell at us, but I really think it's because they care and they know, like both of them, especially Will. Will yells a lot, but you know it's because he expects the best out of you.
Coach Sandy yelling? No, come on. No. When you talk about, just the memories you have with this team, particularly in your high school career, what are some of your favorite memories with Middle Ridge softball?
um, so far this year, my favorite memory was our McDonald game because we hadn't won against them, and I think it was like 13 years, and we finally took that win this year. And like not to point myself out, I made the game-ending catch, but it was so nice to see all my teammates just as happy as I was. Like for me.
Hey, put yourself in the lights. There's no harm in that. Every now and then, pat yourself on the back. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, right.
We talk about that game. We watched the video at the end of that game, and if anyone just watched it without any context, they would have thought that you won a championship then and there. Talk about how much that game meant to this team and how much momentum you think it gave you.
I really think that got us going because that's, I would say, one of the biggest wins we've had in almost probably my whole career. Like winning against your rival after going all your high school years not winning to them just means the world. And I can't wait to play them again.
When you think about the friendships you've been able to make and the bonds you've been able to create with this team, who are some players that you think are in your line of sight because of softball? That softball has brought you so much closer to them than you would have been without softball.
I hang out with another senior, Maggie, a lot. She's our first baseman. Me and her go to the post office pub after games a lot. Um, like I said, Gianna Fisher, and then a freshman, Randy. I hang out with her a lot because of softball too. So
Now, post office pub post game, what are you getting there? What's the post game meal?
buffalo mac and cheese. That's the best thing
Mm.
there. It's so good.
It's for winners, right? The mac and cheese
Mm-hmm.
for winners.
And
Um,
we'll be on the field and I'll be like, Maggie, that sign's calling our name, and I'll point at the post office pub sign. There we go.
Uh, Speaking about in the dugout, what are some of the favorite like snacks that you'll eat in the dugout to help prepare you for the post office pub post game meal?
We get like this big bin of double bubble, and I literally get a new piece every inning. And then like when I don't have a piece, then I'm eating sunflower seeds.
Do you ever get tired of the gum? Because you do have to change it out a lot, or are you just a gum girl that you want to put the gum in your mouth all the time?
I feel like it like I don't know if this is weird, but it like keeps my mind from like overthinking.
Right.
Just like chewing gum. I don't know. So
What are some other routines or superstitions you have on the softball field?
um this might be weird, but it's what I wear. I always wear the same pair. I wear like double socks. I wear like
Mhm.
a pair underneath my softball socks, and I always wear the same pair, and they're like purple striped. And
So like
then
the bottom level is the same pair all the time?
yeah, and
Awesome.
then I always get like a pregame drink, like a Starbucks or
Mhm.
a Dunkin' drink.
Now this next answer, there's no shame attached to it because superstitions are real. Does that sock get washed, or do you like it's the
Yeah,
mojo you can't wash
it
that
gets
sock?
washed. It
Okay.
does wash.
Hey, you'd be surprised. Some people are like, "Hey, you know what? That's got some mojo in it. We can't wash it out. We gotta
Yeah.
make sure that sock stays where it's at." So good. Way to stay hygienic. Good job.
Thanks.
Um, you got some good uniforms at Middle Ridge right now. I'm
Mhm.
liking what you're playing in. What's your favorite combo?
I really like all orange. That's the best one. We wore it yesterday. I wish we could wear it every time. I love it.
You guys get the belt after games, and it's one of the motivating factors of having a good game. You guys get the belt. What do you think is the what does that do for you? Do you ever like make a play in a game, be like, I'm about to get that belt?
I have thought that before. I'll be like, I might get the belt today, and I
Right.
get excited. And it doesn't like I don't get disappointed if I don't get
Mhm.
it or
Right.
anything. Obviously, I'm proud of my team. Like everyone does so good, and I just think we really have a chance to go far.
All right, you got to ask this because it's been on social media. I see the hashtags. I see the shirts in Middle Ridge. It's Middle Riz, right? It's Middle Riz. That's how we do it. If you had to define Middle Riz, what is it?
um, I don't just like strong community. Like
Yeah.
everyone's very tight knit, and I feel like I could go to anyone and just have a conversation. Everyone knows each other.
Talking about having conversations and being able to uh, have people there for you that are helping you. Who are some teachers in the school system that have really helped you along your journey?
Hmm. Teacher. Oh, you're caught me off guard. Let me think. I like Mr. Spanos. He like he's my last class of the day, so he just like gets my mood up after all my hard classes. So I'd say he's a good factor in my
You
mood.
gotta love that last class of the day, right?
Yep. Yeah.
As a senior, you've probably been able to take a lot of hard classes before this to kind of have the foot off the gas pedal a little bit your senior year. Or do you still have some hard classes this year?
I have some hard classes still. I'm in I have two college classes, so those are like
Ooh.
my main focus. But then I'm also in anatomy and psychology, so
How
those are
much is
pretty
senioritis kicking in? I mean, you got a couple of months before you graduate. Are you starting to feel that, get
bad.
me out of here?
Yeah, it's bad. But like I don't want
Um,
softball to end, so that's the only thing.
what are some of the plans after high school? What do you got going on after you graduate?
I'm gonna go to YSU and study for radiology.
Well, okay, so couple questions there. Was it always you wanted to kind of stay around home and be a YSU person, or was that something that came about later?
Um, yeah, I think I want to stay home my first year or
Mhm.
two. I might move out after that, but I feel like I could stay here a little longer. Rely
Yeah,
on my
the
dad a little
comforts at
bit
home.
more.
The comforts
Yeah.
of home is a little bit longer.
Hmm.
When you do eventually leave the nest, what are some comforts at home that you're gonna miss the most?
Um, I don't
Your
know. I
parents are
like
loving this
being
question.
able
Your
to.
parents probably have a list of things they do for you.
Yeah, I know.
Laundry,
I just like having my laundry.
food.
Well, I don't want to do my laundry all the time. Wash my uniform all the time. Like, ugh, pain in my butt. Make
uh,
my dad do it.
what's your favorite meal at home? The home cooked meal.
Steak and twice baked
Oh,
potatoes with green beans.
There you
It's a
go.
bet.
That's a meal, man.
It's a good
How do you
one.
like your Here's a big question. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium.
There you go. Gotta get some pink in there, you know.
Yep,
Yeah,
have to.
anything past medium, you're like you're just eating,
Yeah, you're
shoe
just
leather.
chewing. I used to
You're
like
just
it well
chewing.
done when I was a kid, but
Ugh,
I can't. I can't even believe I used
ugh.
to eat well done steak.
Oh, well, you
Ugh.
made the right changes. You made the proper adjustments. Uh,
Yeah.
you said ice cream before. You like ice cream. So, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Um, I like anything that's kind of like fruity. Like,
Mhm.
um, this is a really weird one, but I love Handel's grape ice cream, and everyone makes fun of me for that.
Grape.
It's
Okay.
good from there.
It's
You got to
good.
try
All
it.
right. Hey, you like what you I've always you like what you like. Don't let anyone shame you out of liking what you like. Enjoy what you enjoy and live it to the fullest, right? So if you like grape ice cream, then you eat all the grape ice cream you possibly can and tell the haters they can back off, right?
Yeah, I'll keep
Uh,
it all to myself.
you know, before we let you go, I do want to ask the people that have been behind you, the people that have been on your journey with you, the supporters. I want to give you the time actually to thank them and to give them shout outs. Anyone that you think deserves it out there that has been supportive of you that you wouldn't be where you are today.
I think my parents, my grandparents, they're like at every game. My dad's always at every game, no matter what. Like last Sunday had a board meeting, but he still came to half the game. Um, my sister and just all my friends.
All right, Megan, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the senior year. We're definitely hoping to get that championship to close out your senior year. That's a big way to
Yeah.
close it. We will watch you the rest of the year, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.